Listen, I was just chanting Usher's song, Don't Waste My Time. Don't waste my time. Bad energies need to go away from me. Then I was like, pop my collar. I want to give Usher a message. What's the message that will give me the message for Usher that's adequate, accurate, and right on time for a brother that can sing and he can dance, he can dress, and baby, when I tell you he can put down those tracks. Usher. You heard me say, get the bad energies away from me. Cause sometimes you can have something slithering you don't see. Okay? And what I would tell you is sometimes there can be an individual, not in that video, but around you, or one who wants to sing a song with you, who is poison. That's not going to be good energy for you. Not going to open that door to, ooh, I want to go through that and get that one. Okay? Meaning that album, that CD, or that track. Okay, and really what they're trying to do is see, because you it's almost like you sailing, and I mean you vibing, you good vibes, not negative vibe, like the ones in the video, good times, good vibes, eating good and loving the music and the style, you just loving it. You ain't gonna get that, okay? No. And what's funny is there will be some regret. And because of it, somebody will say, I'm sorry. And if somebody comes to you and says, I'm sorry, that's who this is. Okay? And if they don't, and they lay like dormant, and they wait to, then you know that they the one. Especially if it's an unspoken apology. Okay? Because sometimes people can show you they sorry in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Not just being nice. Not just offering you a treat. Meaning like, oh, brother, let me take you to lunch. Let me take you to dinner. Okay? Because I wanted to say, let me take you on a trip. However, if you did, that would be a surprise for you. And I don't know what's going on down there since Lori left. However, somebody's watching your house. Okay? You don't need to sell it. Okay? But they're trying to cause you some type of accident. Make a big change for you. Because see, even when you were on the award show, Usher, you didn't come off cocky. You didn't come off like, listen, some people say, I should have got this a long time ago. You didn't. When I tell you, your speech, your demeanor was beautiful. It was. You got it right. However, because of that, you've gotten more accolades and people want to do collaborations with you. But everybody don't need to, okay? But with this uninvited guest, it could be somebody uninvited to the studio, somebody uninvited out to dinner, who come. Usher, can I get your autograph? Make sure you have your people in place so that doesn't happen, and make sure you know who is going to be where you're going to be, okay? Because somebody is troubled, and this person that's troubled is this person. And when they're troubled like that, they try to cause you to be troubled. And you're not troubled. Okay? However, the best part of it is, what I would say with this is, what's the message for Usher? It's going to give him an adequate and accurate answer when it comes to being unbothered by this snake. Sorry, uninvited guest who's tormented. Express your feelings. Meaning, please excuse me, I'm at dinner and now is not a good time for me to do autographs, but thank you. I'm not trying to be standoffish or sluggish. I'm just saying I'm right now is not a good time for people to touch me or interrupt me. Because I don't want you to relinquish your power. Okay? Because sometimes when they touch you, it can make you a different person. Okay? And don't relinquish your power with this person who may be watching you or trying to cause that change. Don't be something different. You keep being the same usher. Okay? But you make sure you protect yourself. Okay? And what other messages need to come for usher when it comes to there's somebody who you've known before. Because that just flipped over. Okay? What other messages need to come out for usher? Express your feelings. Don't relinquish your power with this person. See, you too need to go somewhere and don't let anybody know except for one person. One person. Okay? And do something different. Do something that you haven't done before. So that way, somebody, sometimes someone say, you predictable. Don't be predictable. That way they won't be that uninvited. Okay? Trying to keep up with you. Okay? Because of this past life, you might want something different. Not that you're going to not sing, but you've done so much at this time, Usher. Do something different. Start setting yourself up for later. Meaning, if you don't own a business, if you wanted to get into, let's just say, I'm going to just say something that I used to, I got Friendly's, the restaurant, but if there's a restaurant like Denny's or IHOP that you want to get into and own, right now, get you a notepad, find out what I need to do to start to own one of those businesses. What does it look like? Because I say I never own a restaurant. That requires staff. It requires food. How much a month. And then go to somebody who owns one and says, can I talk to the owner? Because I want to own one. And that way, you're going to do something different. And you might find out, hey, I like this. Or, Usher, you might want to start out with something like a boutique for men and for teens. It just depends, and see what that looks like. And you might have some people already who have done it and start strategizing. Like, is this something I can do in 30, 60, 90 days, or even a year from now? And what's best for me, and what do the numbers look like? And when I say that, meaning what type of clothes, gear am I going to get? Is this the vibe? Is this the fad now? You see what I'm saying? And then sometimes you might want to have a almost like one of those groups, an advisory group, say, listen, you like these clothes? Okay? Because if you don't, then that might not be for me. However, what the GOD would say is start out small. So when she said boutique, start out small. And even with a Denny's, you can start out with a small spot or IHOP. And with this card, I would say try something different that brings you peace. And even if it's a walk around a river or lake, but if you go, make sure you tell 2 people, okay? And don't go by yourself. And don't take your dog, no, okay? And sometimes you can go to a gym inside that you didn't normally go to if your gym membership is about to expire, and try somewhere else. And Lord is sending you love and light.